checking your time. It's only 40 after 7. Good morning to you once again. In case you just joined us, I don't pay my ear now. I say,
don't you think about me?
We used to flex like siblings.
I tell my fast, yum herbal lotion. I don't pay yum for the aroma.
This is not what I was.
But your Juice Generation Enterprise for
Akofa
and the Abba and what Ghanaian market.
Is this love? Was it?
So be here, drama so be here. But you'll be a yum herbal lotion, it be at all. I don't pay so would you when you fractured bone dislocation. A fractured bone when I don't pay no baby no any same patch any quite so obey you so your herbal lotion. Now what did the etchiche so ebeboa we yepa arthritis now how migraine open wounds and that's true when your baby ajojo and no pay miss you that there will be my you see your herbal lotion fetching in pharmacist herbal shops. No action be I don't pay for one more on 0244-730-295 and after 0302-945-146. When a yum herbal lotion any income. But just stay with me now. Yenkoye Jumaye Reverend in Tim Fojo, a member of parliament, and the good people of Asin South was a ranking member at the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Now what we know yenine din komo about press conference or now free andra eba besiado pay kaseno the minister in charge of government communication added a lot of clarity to the matters already and then allegations dingina ma yene no any enkomo Reverend Aropatum car marching
yo yeah
na empombo ko the honorable
oba dia daruma and hopa
yada twedi ampase say anopai wodi yen nyina ne yen kwa adom yen na yada senso say wagye so de di kan de yedi hu nkoma free na watwi asase ebesi ene fia dai andra owura kwachi for so minister in charge of government communication sir what the better further particulars about video evidence again allegations are already here through your press conference Omampenyi Nankasa Eka, yes, and they were taking all the concerns raised in the serious, and that he's expected and directed, sir. Investigative bodies, no, and court no munkoye mumapa. And they minister say Wamotonsa for a while, the kind wama again, the Oka in and tro na no cribia any.
Yo, speaker, how do you have that? Na me bonita wa. Some years. Any reason a press conference but a suspicious flighty me no supplement operations national security for Nandi video a could the buyer go down copy so she can't copy so almost easy I want someone more and more soon will be and I mean San Cocaine one more cocktail takradia back a year $150 million NDC parliamentary candidate for second D Charles Hagan essentially and $350 million and also no cocaine president Nankata reply meno or this moon say high profile bass didn't see that and so much no and once some yente some pommy and say na metoma and then na kwatio fusu move back up no because me no no two all stars there no or the throw the stars here say me no ya to start framing manko and then all can one copy of that invitation letter no answer. He's lying. Nothing who about the cast seminar in Trosha, yeah. And as a can be answered, Mr. Speaker, who knew that year on 2nd of April, may this asking we to Jerry, letter me make sure invite calling for joint briefing of national security, NACOC, NIB, police, CID. Well, who's our letter?
Yes.
And you know, Mr. And then I may call for that investigation. Now may call for that collaboration and that meeting. Now anything for LG2 Musu Ampa some meeting I said Basso. Umuye ya no musa fa actually NDC caucus no fa actually cultural letter so one dey block na nsem bi wo mu a ebetodwa enyi TB enyi nti no so mo block no wo try U10 extra letter dey block no mo an kwati ofosu no mu match letter dia block me invitation maton safre agents on man and collaborate there will be a entry fan to radio ni TV so no dem fama wo na de omo so enimu a e bia omo so katre ya ebema yakoma to eyem ama adwobrewo aba no na Ghana fo so ehu se wo bibia na de bone bia nko so no wo ma katre no wo match letter abloko na we abotai abegina
me further clarity members on your committee and a true letter blockade they now will share him investigation
NDC because up to now no me say letter nimpo no omo address it to me no omo ma me copy mpo copy kra not even through WhatsApp omo ma me copy mpo NDC chief whip Dafia Meko and or post no Twitter Dafia Meko NDC chief whip majority chief whip MPs ninyi na ono na yo chief whip my NDC and they post to you. So it should tell you say NDC for oji omudia enye ye enti no mu pro ya but I want a bit more of clarity. Now, you need to allow the matter of integrity. You need to allow.
Yes, I agree with you. But
mame invitation bia. Me and me mama invitation. Block more evidence. So you should ask them say, why is it that nipa natural letter say mumra na mama first block. Now we are between to say your man invitation we Ghana without proving any letter of invitation. Is that not disingenuous? Until we try from the outset, you know. Then build a trust with by let's go into his response.
You a response in so, but let's establish it clearly. Ghana ni na oti no NTS here. Say from the time press conference, you know, a raise concerns, you know, on the 3 key subject matter wabosu, you know. From that time, ABC Nefia da ye can say national security or any other government agency, and wo invitation bia. That is correct.
Invitation.
Okay. And I want Kasanso watchful letters demanding say investigation no enkoso, and you are saying said Dafia Mopo actual letter in blocking your invitation. Is that correct?
Dafia Mopo and sign, but no and post to sign letter.
Okay. The purported letter no was coming from where?
Oh, would you know your boss? But letter, no, I expect you should have a copy. You know,
I don't have, but we will cross-check from the page. I will consider not yet in here.
Yes, and you know, I this before no as some answer. Why this investigation? No, I no planes nearby. And Tempana say, where you say I have faith the planes nearby. And so why did they lie the first? Why did they deny the first time? Calling me that me your software may transfer. Why did they lie in the first place? I feel a plane nearby. Echo at the same time I'm in the 2 jar. Was the ambulance nearby? No, a co baby, and a best see her, and a best see her. No more the party 3 baby they buy, and no more the bay. And so Yari for now, and not a Fununa no that ambulance no. And they co baby crown on the crown, a best see her for this. No hospital bed on this afternoon, no cotoy, and not on the fire for no cotoy. And as I empty the men in them.
So Utie minister response now he did not indicate say na Yarefo be a woman.
So what was it carrying? What was it carrying? Mr. Speaker, what was it carrying? But remember in the next 2 minutes, you know, may rebel be and my monitor for myself. And you know, one Yarefo be a ma. Now then what they buy and no best see Hano. For 5 days now, or more a year, I feel for sure too fuel. And you know, plain every Gran Canaria air bar. Morocco, Wapa Morocco, where no fuel. Wapa Libya, Wapa Cameroon, Wapa Niger, Burkina, Ghana, and no best to fuel. Fine. Or fuel we or say we use the same day, 25th now, and about Kunusa, be the 13 days and so. So we do no say, and so on the part by no ye, and not free Angola and Oko Europe. No we need European permit. Nemono permit no Ghana no benya permit. Usi Angola Eco Europe. We need European permit. Ghana no is it a transit point for permit for Europe? Now buy no and no budget permit. So buy no best say and an oil leaky and an tire a pie and an turbine so yeah problem. and almost fix it. Now, plane na abetu for no. And he no mukonya sa video no almost say oil, combustible oil. And he no mukonya sa video no. Where did they get it from? Plane now the bar now oil perfume cry man can have plane. But also yeah, the combustible oil and a full cargo plane and they buy. You see, these things will not help them. Men the nation say and security agencies nankasa. So they want media focus up in main. One more some communication and some public to just say, oh, plane no, and Ghana airport. Oh, planes you say buy no, and for the yeah, at the Boniama, and the Santu Koya, Amfa at the Boni Bianco. Ghanaians would have believed them more. But the Omo, they are hiding something. Can you believe Mr. Speaker said, two airplanes from different places, ever say Ghana, Emma Omo, the same time. Emma found the same 25th March now. Light of Kessben AC or Kotukanta National Airport to Refi. That Colossus light of AC, yeah, being see that Kotokano. The same day now, we have to call the same Gran Canaria. Here can I say we need more answers. Good now, one quarter of a man. And then cocaine now, one watching in the I'm expecting them today. And next is the close of day for the week. National security, one more far, one more communication to Nipaya only credibility. So one more Casamra and fans semi metuja Emma Ghana for. And then many speaker and the Kucha Samfuni was happy man. National security none they buy. And this one more Kucham for Niaba. Now for 2 months. Media phone Amoko Kucha will be a cananwatum. Nobody's asking any question. There's a gun and yen take care for granted. Niga the casa cocaine cryera, go Nikraira, and then wire powder, I have counterfeit. Please, we should hold them accountable. And it's something, Omon fans and Metuja. Now, big or can national security in some yen can radio so yen can TV swap. Mr. Speaker,
very well. And Terrible, you are still awaiting an invitation, and I presume, sir, based on the what kind of pay invitation, you provide the necessary evidence you have to the national security.
Did they honor it? My invitation. Did they honor it? Respect is reciprocal.
I see. So in that sense, even if invitation be says here, no, you may not want to acknowledge it.
Mr. Speaker, my turn start for Sebra, Nyankasa. Now, me invitation, no, Wabunanimtia. Now we are until for your mere moment by the invite. Now, me invitation, no, now, no, it is. In the exercise of our oversight, no, Yantra, Emma Sabe, and Yoma, a group of mine and Maseno, and Coso, a group of mine and Masi. We will demand answers, confirm the national security for Ebekasa. Now, Ghana, you said the echo. Very
well. Honorable, Mami Nawasiano Pay, I'm grateful.
Sure.
And the Reverend Tim Fojo Anna Menino at the Nkomono, I sent South in Russia Bidjani, and on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party, ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee, former Deputy Education Minister as well. Ma Yankona Yentie, the Minister in charge of Government's Communication, Orakwachi Ofosu, na Yembra.
2 days, the disinformation machine of the New Patriotic Party has been ratcheted up, and they've taken it a notch higher. This time, Reverend Intim Fojo, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit, so this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market, and European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Rwanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Kotoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CVK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances as alleged by Reverend Intim Fojo. So, in a nutshell, the claims of Intim Fojo are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence to back his claim. I urge you to be wary of a desperate NPP that believes that the best way to claw its way out of the humiliating defeat they suffered in December 2024 is to peddle these falsehoods under the guise of performing legislative oversight. Whilst we welcome legislative oversight and scrutiny and criticism of any sort aimed at ensuring that we improve upon governance, it is important to condemn this level of political obscurantism, which is deliberately targeted at misinforming people and misleading the public and bringing government's name into disrepute for no reason. Reverend Intim Fojo has failed to honor the invitations extended to him by national security because he does not.
And that is the Honorable Felix Kwame Fosu, Minister in charge of government communication, giving the explanations in that video footage or share no pacho obetimi adwane live on Facebook na ode wadwen training na no ede aba. Your numbers no for WhatsApp 0550567 929 0550567 929 na ode wadwen training na no ede aba. And that is the current happenings ekoso say Charles McCarthy, the chief editor for the Hawk newspaper, no pay what na say the colleagues are council ebe join here shortly in the studio. Na yetimi Eddie and Komo anope. And a lot is happening with the explanation Abai Eddie Abayino. Are you fully satisfied with the allegations raised by Intim Fojo? Now he alleges again, said there is a purported letter NDC actual the Fiamapo a posti here. Richard, let's see if we can get copies of those letters now, because we have not come across any of such letters. But I mean, he says based on one Kasani letter on also Troy Edema National Security for investigation, and they did not respond even as at and Eddie and Komono. And a lot of things are just happening within the system. But Mama Charles McCarthy na Mimano Akwaba. Just imagine.
Speaker, I'm just so.
Nempom to saying.
Nankupa na family. Kanya nipa beti me ayabo nipa. Because or the nipa ye yashe nipa nsam. I don't know guy.
Yes.
So obo wa no abo boafo. Boafo nso de eni omune wazazi so. Ndi why na famu de na mpa na everybody say obi yi aboafo amaye ntem. I say. Nezu yatimi adi. Yes, yes, Bibiaboko. That's why we were training. No pass what didn't come on.
What didn't come on?
What didn't come on?
Kessben.
When you are software Kasa. Sanzona. About video government communicator. Felix Fosukachi so ni Ghana for Dingomo on Yesi Okutuka International Airport. We got much as minority and Ghana Nibia what responsibilities so be boa amanyo se on Ghana betumpo na ya kwati anu bonene na asifo. Important to say we grab our facts right before you become public. Now, you are Kanye says you catch up on my sign. And Cresa Intim Fojo, MP for Asin South, on a address press conference. He addressed a press conference in his capacity as ranking
member of the Defense and Interior Committee.
And now, I may expect to say he will be all cooperating. He'll be willing to still be share bodies are president are directly say unsure. Me who know Facebook post be I mean yeah. Say producer benya or indicate say he has other ways he will explore parliamentary ways available to him say or drag the agencies to parliament for a response and that he is not ready to meet them. I saw a screenshot of that flying yesterday night.
Okay.
I was trying to get it. Yeah. You see, you say this. Does it not confirm near Felix Kaiser? You say, only or my inviting I was on go. Because you said you will not meet them, but you are using other alternatives available to you as an MP to get them to come and respond in Parliament. What does that mean?
That means you are not willing.
You are not willing to share. You will meet these bodies because all the conditions are better. You made a word claim. Our public space. President, I will tell my Queen Kessben so tea and one na. Or see, as some who can so. And to know say national security and I before police omuni unshia. Na information bia wono. Fa momo. Na boa no mutimi eden. Enso saa de we ano. O mamba pa bia wo kwa asori a wo wantete ye wa asori mu. Will cooperate. Every reverend father or sofu bio wo man mu a was me there me po man we nkoso na wodi and some music ko tudwa na president ma wa kwanya kese we a you will not run from it. You would want to stand by it, speaker, and prove to the bottom so indeed you were not speaking from speculations. And yet, unverified information being obedient amount. And you want to run with it.
Okay.
Speaker, we hear if you are another journalist in Dinkomo.
Okay.
That is Joy News TV. I don't know, is it the guy is Elton Brobby or so on any Dinkomo on this same subject?
I want the pause also, right?
Yeah. He couldn't confirm. No can say intercepted now or intel no I intercept. They don't know who is behind it. Play na bano. On to mean raised into play na besigana. He cannot say for a fact say a med no a befa cocaine a fire sika fire na say cocaine fire this is the quantity. He has not been able to do that.
I see.
You see, when you intercept document, so we intercept document, what it means is that you know details of the document. Mamen compare no to whoever he want to emulate. Or software person or copy a black one. He want to emulate a black one, but with a low budget a black one.
I see.
He's a low budget a black one. He's nowhere near Sammy. Sammy Kasema or the document Eddie any allegation that Sammy Okuda try in opposition, he's backed those claims with evidence, verifiable evidence. Sugar. Is that not the case?
Exactly.
You don't chase Sammy for evidence. Nobody chases a black one for evidence. Akufo-Addo never gave a black one a dog chance. Say, corner will need security agencies in court transit. At best, a lawsuit and a black one in return. At best, every revelation of Samia Black one he got a lawsuit in return. Who dear way, you have a handshake. The president says, go and meet the people in charge of investigations. Let's dig down and uproot this menace. Or so far, Johnny. Now, also so.
Why not so son?
Who?
Somebody anything.
You know, man, quite about 12 foot good maybe I was Johnny quick.
Foot no about
But what he's saying is afterthought.
Speaker, kind of letter now or say NDC for Troy.
Now be me pay or no post now or no post now or no na hear me and NDC for the he could not substantiate this letter. I don't want you to gratify this letter. Or see a trauma no but only copy. Speaker. Letter
or say NDC for Troy at the blockade.
They address it to him. But
this is signed by James Agalga.
But he could not. You see,
Kessben.
that's what you are giving this letter oxygen. The man who alleged before was Charles here, no, or said letter on who here, and canon sa me boy. Now, mum, a war your friend that time page, our Twitter, me boy. You asked him, what if you want to sign or say any matter for later? Why would you want to waste time on this one? Sugar. No, why would you want to waste time on a subject or no say for later? Let's put it later. When it's ready to discuss this letter, we will come to it. As far as I am concerned, reading this means you are aiding and abetting crime.
Oh no, but he made an allegation.
Allegation he could not substantiate. Speaker, you know.
Makati Tobias. As at the time the man was mentioning, said there was a letter, no. I said not mean chance upon the letter. For that reason, I even questioned, say, why the trust our letter the man? And we have been able to dig that letter. And I just want us to read to see, say, the occur any claims or make here against this letter, no? Does that justify or no position I will take here?
I agree
for the purposes of the Ghanaian people.
In journalism, you are right. But the fact of the matter, they say, letter now or can one change your sign. So as to whether James Agalga sign we, and no na Reverend Tim for your canal, you don't know. Because Reverend Tim for your told you categorical, say only what sign letter no.
Exactly.
So you will not be right to reference this letter. Because
so you were expecting say Quebec
Kanipa letter now. Then you
because he is unable to mention
who wrote the letter. You cannot purport or suggest say sa letter in now speaker Sameboa tell me no law class will this one be accepted. So or kind of categorical as the letter no Miami committee member James Agalga and a sign letter now speaker. Then you are right. What will letter James Agalga sign? And then, what kind letter way? Not James, also for we are, or board double tones, no? Or back catch also. This is not what he was talking about. What will you do? Or what? Then the year. Are you getting my point? And yes, journalistically, you are right. But based on the conduct of manner within a year interview, no, it gives you away if you do this. And you know what I am saying is the fact. Because one Cho who wrote the letter, and that as I know, opposed to several letters on his page. Which letter specifically is he talking about? Written by who?
Kessben.
Siga.
Kessben.
Yes, my God, to beat you.
What do I need? What do I need? Nipana also or ye Juman, what teacher Juman, on a made man I did. One man a quenya, Nanka or Chilem. So let an James the Troy, let an Abia away your friend, Felix in the Troy letter. No, it makes it easier for reading and references. Now, my producer and shared now no Troy. Until I may cassette or not willing to cooperate with the security agencies opposed to on the Facebook. If that is also not true, or man be cassette you see, asamaba a serious matter na abano. Cocaine na omudi abano saying
the details of it.
How much is it?
Okay.
Plane menu in all, in fact, or no can 2 aircraft we were.
Yes.
Explanation now Felix Diabano makes it 4. Makes it 4.
Because
First one
two
by and a 2
substituted, yes.
rescue mission.
Yes.
And it makes it 4 with details, with permit numbers and what have you. Correct. So now the burden lies on who to prove. And yet he who alleges.
Kessben.
Exactly.
Yes,
he who alleges must
He
prove.
who alleges is the one proving it. Unfortunately, Reverend Tim for that catch one of say national security for moon and fancies. Where will you get this thing? And yet Ghana and a man for mu a man for and he and now could do a co bone crew. It trust some kakaka to a mine Ghana and penny phone you now so. Na fancy mu browse national security mum and then fancy mumra. Oui. Senior Reverend Tim for that and when I'll bet you have you. You have alleged. Prove, bring evidence.
And you are smartly comparing that to the Eno Okudjatoye, right?
That is what I'm saying. In the case of Okudjatoye Blackwa, or the evidence braille or the documents braille, it makes the work easier. Mr. Why a low budget Ablakwa? This is a low budget Ablakwa or a revered Abronye. Making wild allegations without any substantive document to back his claims. Highly unfortunate. A member of parliament for that matter. On top of it, they say he's a reverend. Speaker. Obaye no ka so emed baye no. Odisika se ne ba Ghana. No okra cocaine say. Ambulance no say buy no. Na the purpose, the mission for coming to Ghana was
and he was still making the concerns. Ambulance, no, not why the dem as at the time.
And I make a choice a afterthought. This is an afterthought.
Those queries need afterthought.
It is afterthought. Oh yeah, in the press conference, did he raise this question? Was this question in his press conference? Speaker.
Me too. I didn't hear that.
And I make a say afterthought. Or that dreaming hono. Or the buyer now way response by let me take advantage of the loopholes. I say ambulance there and the next say no be yare and no be ewu and then we say no di neighbor. Say cargo there. So when you were speaking, when you were telling, when we were addressing the media, what did you know? What was the set of facts available to you? Then na winim. Then na wahu. We intel na what airport hono. Then actual. What I say? Yeah. The intel should have given you these details. That makes you credible. You can't credible witness. You call law quarter. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
A witness must be credible. But this witness do not look like a credible witness. Because this witness don't have facts. This witness, Mr. Speaker, cannot or could not stand by his claims. Me see, Elton broke Benini Kasaya. You watch the video, you ask yourself, when I hire doing? So you don't know those behind it. I'll be just saying, no. And Kayeni na read Well, I say na black Kayen or yeah na as speaker and Kaye draining them. Kaye hono. You see, if you want to learn and learn correct. So I say, upesi usuya de ni awo ye die and chakwen. Or buy no the evidence can home. Say plain way buy ye. Edme ye ni we de be ye ni me evidence ni.
Kessben.
Then you leave them now to come and do what? Answer, respond, because you've backed your claims with evidence. Otherwise, now who can know your speculation? What is the playing about? What is the light I do? What I say? And I play for fat and untinu and your money laundry. How will you talk like that? Nia minister ni diabano. Is it true? Say plenty me emergency landings ana. Is it true? If true,
Kessben,
is it true say bibi say omutimi stop here refueling? Eni na for. Say nya no kra na waka say nya no kra. Is it true say Ghana can't, in the case of Bakuna say no muhia European license and European,
yes.
Can Ghana do that?
And the minister says that Ghana is capable of doing
And
that.
you know,
Rwanda need position to do that.
So I'm asking, Reverend Tim Fojo and Kanopa Oni Wukasano, you should have contradicted this and said this is not true. Ghana is not in the position to give those licenses or those permits. And untinu, ya minister ne kano, ye mongu, and some minister de betu jana nyano kre. What the play menu na aba, wa ma for. Or the video account, I watched it. There's video evidence to inspections of Omoye Nina. You couldn't show us one. Was yenny wuni because the reverend I show with anyone say. I say, no, we will not. Sorry, ma. We are not part of his congregation. He can cajole his congregation. Some of us are not part. You see, it brings us to you can reset now man for see a pekasa ya no din ya then na your mama ba ya in chair airport we mo reset wa
Oh, na so reset akoso ho ana.
Reset when I go to airport.
Obo bia wo ho say as deputy director.
Reset.
Na e din ya.
Reset.
No, reset no idea.
Reset. You see, Siga, reset call whole year. If there's been a proper reset, an overhaul of people occupying strategic positions at airport wa. Sa monafiki fuwi. Who would want to give fake information out or no? It wouldn't have existed.
You think so? Be within the airport now, all mad that lead.
1940 airport. And Tim Ford just kept referring to his intel. Intel your day.
Obi man
information. And the Nippon need more airport or
Kessben,
if the person is not at the top echelon of the airport managerial team, Siga, how would you know? Because airport obia ID card no and a chamber be obetimi akọ. As staffers, some cannot go two places in airport. A big timi call equity tarmac so. They get it. And you know, only part of those who have that ability to go up to the tarmac. I'm not privileged to some of this information.
And the people are there can want inspection near the airport.
That is it. So they leaked it. And so now we're not going one thing. You can't airport that same. How much me area any Ghana? Me ko boss to airport to so where will Facebook akeo. Man trust you speaker. Omo remiani. Me suni pa boni for the yehu bida. Ene money. Yeah, the back no kwa na chemo. Send it no. So move from one by boamo. One from one bar, you will repeat. Is it in our case? Nyame na o train. And 21st century AI God. Speaker. AI nyame won train. Instantly, not or near my day, the 1 year, or the 3 days, or the 1 day, AI nyame, with the moon trying to grow. Before you realize, now at the medimo, the mercatable. You see, to uproot a government, you just need a strong propaganda machinery to be able to pollute the minds of the right thinking people.
But in your assertion, not on the basis of lies.
Not on the basis of lies. But then So let's devise. Let's use people who are perceived as refined by the people. And Ofa Reverend Tifo in the past history is one of the finest MPs in Parliament.
Yes.
The Kasamu ni but check. After MPP went to opposition in 2024 till today, check his public utterances.
Kessben.
Abronye promas.
Oh, now person will label this, maybe because of issues Abantu.
Oh, speaker. My catcher si papa we yard or yet first now or yet fine. I mean kanjo. I say it. Did you want America? A teacher, I will tell you, say a teacher. And I'm telling you, Opa, you can do comparative analysis of in team for job in government or in parliament up to this time or about opposition and compare the Nyama Wakeka. Is that the same in team for job, you know? Is that the same Reverend Father Winnie? No. But sister,
I see.
He has allowed himself and he will be used in the wrong way.
But why did it take government so long to come and respond to this?
How long did it take government?
I mean, the allegations were made somewhere early part of this week, right? Yeah. And last week it cried. And then it took almost a week, getting to a week. So if the evidence and everything is available, I mean, why should it take you so long?
I cannot be in the position to answer why it took them so long because many government spokesperson, neither with national security or government, no. So I'll be disingenuous. So if I attempt to explain why, speaker, it took government that long to come and respond, but you see, when you are restricted, you don't reset proper, you will get some of these things. Until be in town with you. And your boy machine, oh, deep one so at the reset, but be with a phone now, come back to factory setting. You now put on new apps. You are download new apps that you can control it. You own OTP, no. So I say, you know the OTP, you know your passcode and what have you. Me more being set the OTP my own may use to disturb you. I say, ebe how? Speaker, ebe how nipa. A man for page my be super concerned.
We are from Port Canopy. Good morning.
So I say, a man for page my be pen concerned. The concern our party they are contract they do concern. No sir. Go and stay home and do your concern. Asa. Because just creating unnecessary public outcry. Because no, I don't get it. The Reverend next time we na catch us me see, we see. Mr. No. A black hour uncle tutorials. Kwame no fast no the
lead in there
but you're supposed to do due diligence. I am told that Parliament is a house of records. Yes, sir. And 2 MP now bekasa. You cannot go and stand in Parliament and throw words about. You know. When you meet the people of Ghana who voted for you, now you must respect us. So we go do Parliament and you want to respect you want to respect yourself more than you outside. So in the house, you can't just say anything. But when you come out and you are talking to a any two Siga, now person who can't drink say anyhow. You want to say anything to us because ubu says for. No, we are not. We can reason. We can make sense from nonsense. That's it. We can nonsense, but we can let it make sense for you. And you know, somebody bedin koma, mon prepare. No, we will not take anything hook, line, sinker. We shall interrogate everything that you put before us. You better interrogate it. I'm saying, say, if Reverend Intim Fojo say our evidence, our particulars regarding
about all the allegations.
Over these allegations are why fun to that.
Now what will happen if say Oprovo wrong?
He cannot prove me wrong because he doesn't have.
That is the emphatic statement I will make it.
But the man is running from meeting the national security NIB. So Mr. Producer, I don't know why your producers are behaving like that. Sorry about Kwana.
Kessben.
Behave say.
A producer didn't for your class. Why not sorry about? Is he a church member?
He's not. How?
Because I have requested him to go to Intim Fojo's Facebook page and pull a poster regarding meeting the security chiefs. Also, I meant send him a fatu screen also. Who's saying?
Just Vagadi. Well, I can kind of.
No, I just want to read.
We will read it.
You see,
just
Kessben for me Friday class or you're fair. You're not bias. What I say? To be person who says, "Ma make
Kessben.
me one you so." Now, Reverend Nankasa educate on Facebook. Say, "Enya do be sure mo, enya do be sure mo." Chna me boa. That just say, obey use other means. No, they are your answers. Speaker. Yeah, obim frewa. Obeka chobi si wun shelby. If you have not been called, would you go and say you will not meet?
No.
Kessben.
Safini.
So, Mame, I'm sure na been kind dear Richard at the Abano. Na Krobby Asante.
Krobby Asante studio. Krobby Asante studio.
Was it in jail, man?
So that's why you talk about the make you. Who message American phones?
Okay. So this is what Reverend Intim Fojo said.
Yes.
8 a.m. on the 4th of April.
Yes.
Okay. I say relevant and credible security and intelligence agencies must come out today to provide updates on the crucial security concerns raised. Kwachi Ofosu can't be trusted to lead this communication. This is what he says. And anyway, I will refer.
This is not what I'm referring.
Okay. Then we will get that. So make any idea.
Do you get it? Siga, I said, they come for a number for phone so. Mr. Studio, somebody for very careful. Siga,
yeah.
Oh, and you know, I'll beg of him. Some of us had respect for him, enormous respect for him. But, ama me respect for no sutia neti enti mesre no I will beg of him.
Okay, Magati, I mean, kind way, or say on Twitter, X, or say they have demonstrated clearly they have something to hide. After I demanded a joint briefing of National Security, NIB, Police CID, Narcotics Control Commission, they have evaded the meeting and are avoiding a meeting to provide updates on investigations into the specific security matters raised. I shall therefore explore every parliamentary tool at my disposal in the exercise of oversight until I have answers to the following high-profile matters of urgent public interest: the status of gold and cash seized by National Security on 9th February. 2, the content of a cargo transported by a suspicious flight, i.e. Airmed flight N823 AM, and then Kavok Air Antov AN12B in March. The status of high-profile cocaine bust with 350 million US dollars as well as 120 million dollars respectively in March. Ghana cannot be allowed to be turned into a hub for drug trafficking and money laundering. And this is the message I now will refer to.
This is the message I'm referring to.
Okay.
You got it. Who evaded which meeting? Speaker. Why a allegation and a president of the land are directing the security chiefs to meet you So you could provide evidence. Boa investigation. Was it that be? Oh, yeah. No more evade. Who has invaded between you and the president? Why as some CFA? Speaker, a president of the land has commandeered his investigative team. Say omunchiao. Na bomo with information now. One ko akonya kakrakawi. You did not go. Who said say? Speaker. Uko and now ka gold bust they would have rejected that information. Did you go?
Kessben.
Then you turn around and make it condition as a basis until you will meet them and that you will explore other means possible to do it. Why didn't you use those means earlier? If you knew, say, you have other means. I'll bet media information now open as speaker. Over new central for be shy day. What was the essence? You knew Parliament was on recess, and that you couldn't have immediately gotten these answers through Parliament. And yes, into the President have fast tracked your amount. So everybody in the drug chain, what I say, investigative chain, should meet you. They should team up and meet up with you. You are blowing away this glorious opportunity and still want to jump from one media house to another. No. Some of us will not glorify mediocrity. We will not glorify time wasting. Speaker, now I thought that aside then coming forward in my winter, my see, but this is what you have posted on your Facebook.
Yeah.
What do you want again? Ya mawe kwenyano was minko. Na mo me use Parliament. Edi adjemand says amepe. When you know, Speaker, he knows very well. Say National Security Coordinator will not be allowed to speak in Parliament. Me wa. Aye minister na
Kessben.
Based on the minister who will come and respond to you using urgent question. A man for our can will not come and stand in the dock for you to cross-examine them. And to say, also, you want them to come and answer. At the other side, you want to use parliamentary tools to get your answers. It's going to be what? Third-party narrative. Yes, sir. Third-party narrative. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
You have direct opportunity to meet the people one-on-one. Could be some questions. Provide what you have to them. Was it that we won't pay no? You rather want to go and rely, be in Parliament for Mubarak, the Interior Minister or oversight of national security, to come and give you your friend answers. Oh, you see why I'm angry?
Kessben.
How can tell my dry know?
Because the same briefing and institutions, yes. So the better you meet the institutions, then you get clarity to the questions are right?
Yeah. You can do all the follow-ups.
Kessben.
Parliament where I acquire procedurally and regimented. Do you get it? So you got the question abana yama answer no. Will two follow-ups and we come out. Asa. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Asa. You can't do anything about it. What Boagana na what you would have wasted all of us our time. And if it must be done well, it must be done well. So obey yard now you need until anybody a black quiet wouldn't kuma. Go to him. Sammy, son of man. So how were you able to do it seamlessly?
Son of man. My God.
So how are you able to do it seamlessly? Oh yeah, Kwame Appiah. No what did I do? Sanya yeno, men prepare who and crazy and go to Mampa America that be no ye. Moncano quencher Jaffo. Moncano quencher no. Tintin for you are tea.
All right, but that's it. That's Makati. Mami and Tonga dear Kakra, na member, you better as in Kobo. Yes, you be quite energy so surely na ye di Kobo na. Uni mo one more related to do. Eclipse collateral management na anope mami fast na ni be e man on pacho. One more adaroma anope Eclipse say me more one money e bano a year credit brokerage, e bano collateral brokerage, e bano the utilization of a year land document and any other property be a will be no. The document say ye de be ye adwuma na ye tuo sika wo ho de a bacho adwuma eko ba ko a wo mo edimu akotene no eye Eclipse collateral management wo mo ana anopay make am for wo mo e de ama wo mo se me mo amane say ene wo ye japade ra wa ye nkrata e de ato wo japade so a akwanya no eni say wo de ba wo mo e de be ye adwuma na wo mo tuo commission e wo ho eno achi no ye businessman and a businesswoman pacho open loan facility at the free bank uni collateral wujina so edi agi loan na anopay Eclipse Sebra na uni womo emedi nkomo womo ebeboa wuye pacho womo ewo adenta barrier womo Bembe Moses Hospital no anopay fra womo on 0543-832466 0543-832466 na uni Eclipse collateral management for any enkomo anopay na womo ebeje wo so yepa think safety and a decent income na Amalina Children's Haven womo adaroba mpacho oyoba na ene ope child care ho niema anase wope niema mpacho throughout a pregnancy journey no ube yusu a ebeboa mo are very comfortable as a pregnant woman na afei whilst you are waiting your baby no mpacho wenya niema abofra ne ba wo de besiesie ne ho kama pa dia anopay Amalina Children's Haven ana make am for the amount eba no car seat eba no trollers eba no cribs anase any quality product bia wo hwehwe the amount ba products fantarea ho the equipo akolani safe ene ne bia no anopay Amalina for will be womo asoye eno echi no se utie me open maternity essentials wo be share na we looking sexy party abacho Amalina for adaroma oba womo ebema asane ma nyina bi na watimi ato eyi so opese uhu eniema ayewo in stock ampacho ko yen website no eso www.amalinaonline.com.gh www.amalinaonline.com.gh na kohwe eniema yewo in stock for you mpacho wo kumasi a obenya yen wo techiman obenya yen anafe enkran wager eho ana obehu yen for your numbers no on 0593-921-777 0593-921-777 and after 0501-672445 0501-672445 and after 0554-215410 na woni Amelina eni nkombo anope shop heba for adaroma mpachano pay omo de imbustaba mixture area bedja mine posting in the drone no area anope so immune system no aye weak make it a point mama wonsa enka posting in the drone no ebe no nombe so malaria ebe nam no ayembre omrel ana abeso ye so pacho ye adwuma kakra bia na wote brepa anope imbustaba mixture daro ebe Kenya wo depend make it a point nama wonsa enka bi herbal shops ni nyina no don't anope pacho jewodie na when it shop herbal for any enkomo pacho from 0246-208496 0246-2084 atochima anope ni nyina no batampa prostate center for adaroma wombe isa wo hawo nyina do baby ana akoye nim guase batampa se na wonsiesie kama so catheter wo be me this is the time say you be you catheter no e dey free na etimi abo na so wadewo anope for fifi
reset agenda plana ye da ho ewa ye ho adwuma.
I got is up to now mon reset airport.
Mrs. Viga.
Yes.
And send me say ba woko kabia as ufri abai muntina na wa hunde we a obese aka no. Woko kan wan kan ye pe obi bedwen say ebia.
Kessben.
Wo ya kan say bi ba the Maakye kan no is not far away from it because na ye wo base and especially the way even though appointments now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama need the appointments committee ya ni jehu ya ni so at least this time around we have seen some grassroots appointments we have not seen in previous times ever by him.
Okay.
Yeah, at least when you see the lives of Kojo Dankwa, Peter Mensah,
Peter Mensah Shahinfa.
Shipyard, Deputy CEO.
Shipyard.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
That was
Temaho. Peter Mensah. You can go ahead mention Erika J, Sami Jemfi, Abbas Nuruddin. You can mention Asafo J, Alex Kwaku Asafo J.
Yeah.
The ones the grassroots can relate. Now this time around, I say no more. But we think say the appointment committee, can even do more than what they have already done. So nka ye bi no mu nka mo home so kakra na nka agenda reset agenda na ye wono yatimi reset ba bebre because as we speak the fact of the matter and say there are still some old officers who don't believe in our vision or who don't buy into the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who are still occupying positions. That is a fact. Who are still occupying positions. Enti ye pay His Excellency John ye panacho any appointment committee no we nye ye enforce you obi adabi ye dey in this to me no they have the power to appoint and disappoint. We will only plead with them say ye be say reset agenda no John Dramani Mahama ni da so hunu na owo no ebe bamu no sannyoma ni nyina must be put in place to make sure say na ni da so na eden na ni da so hunu na say the vision he has for Ghana no will come to pass. When mistakenly you are working with people who do not believe in your philosophies and your agenda.
Those people need free hinfa.
There are people who worked with the previous government, who believe in the ideology of the previous government, and who buy into their destiny. Who are they? They were part of people who even prepared the manifesto for the people we contested with previous governments. And you think, say, oh no government, not me, he will believe in yours. No, so we are begging. Even though His Excellency John Dramani Mahama had a fantastic appointment so far, Mr. Speaker, but we want to see more of those appointments coming. The way your reset agenda na ye wono ebe kwa koto bebi a ye pese eto na Ghana mfo hu ade ntia mo eden obi a ye Ghana ni obi a wo ho kwan so be eden obeye adwuma but leadership roles in institutions there at least enye hwe kra no e wo se ye hwe nche ne etimi tutu ne yiye the way reset agenda na be eden ebe ba so I don't know wo ho na propaganda bia be fam kire ubisa ho ho na information ya ba wo ho na enye this info na wo you see those are some of the things that Maakye no musuro because we will keep on hearing propaganda. Adia na enye say if I don't know whether you have recently listened to Reverend Tim Fojo. You could see whatever Tim Fojo Reverend was saying was based on hearsay. He couldn't provide any like single evidence according to my evidence be a bigger. So not just say there are some people there who are more money information. Yeah, the people are more money. The people who are even giving him the information are not even well abreast with the issues over there. So this is what we must avoid.
Okay.
And this is what we must be careful with. And yes, ye be ni ye nyina na obiti ne ba bi wade na nan ba ko pe epia pe na ni nyina eden agufom. Mrs. Speaker na ye kwa ana say eden ye baaye. Enti ye da His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni appointment committee ase ni nyuma pa omo ye. Ne ye pa omo atwo so omo ntwa so nye sa nyuma pa no ne mmoae na sebe reset agenda na Ghana for the share sana yatimi ayam obi eden obi ahoma atwo no Mr. Speaker.
Very well. My main kind messages Nibia Abba. I'll say if the government want to stop all this allegation, okay, the president should give the person up to 3 months to provide evidence. If not, go to prison. Simple. If 2 or 3 go to prison, then all this will stop forever. Thank you. Aniewu Odiwe Free Enchi in the Western North region and by. We say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Tell the surrogate of the NDC who has clothed himself as managing editor to stop throwing dust into the eyes of the Ghanaian people. Tell him that what Okujeto Ablakwa was doing in opposition was pure propaganda work. One for within Ankaho. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please, has BOT gotten his appointment now? No, BOT has not been appointed yet. He hopes appointment no ever. This one says that please, Mr. Speaker, tell that man what the Reverend said was not how he is saying it. The Reverend was saying they should let the public know what was in the plane. Please, he should listen to the press release or conference again. Why are they not talking about it and about the matters? Okay, thank you. Good morning, Speaker. I'm Manuel from the Volta region. I thank God for giving us such a strong man that can stand for the truth. Respect you and your team. God bless you. Thank you. This one says that, Honorable Med, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Your station is the most authentic and trusted voice of Ghana as we speak now. You guys are doing a great job. God bless you and your team. Thank you too for a message out there. We say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. I can boldly say that all the NPP members are liars. They did same thing in 2016 when President Mahama was moving Ghana to the promised land. They lied against Mahama in 2016 and they want to do same, but Ghanaians are wise and won't give them the chance to come and destroy Ghana again. NPP never again. I'm Richard Asantiata, watching you live from Ashanti, Kuntina say. Thank you for your message, Richard. I'm grateful. We say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. I listen to you every day, but today your work have been you are not asking the man in your studio the questions, but you just allow him to teach you what to do. Okay, the minister indicated the amount of cocaine in the aircraft, but the man there is misinforming your viewers. Looks it anyway, free Cape Coast and Ede Abba. Looks it. Are you sure about that? This one says that, good morning, Mr. Speaker. There is a small advice I would like to give my beloved party, the NPP. The word on the street is we are defending corrupt officials in the NPP. Please, anybody who stole money be left to defend himself and not the party coming to his aid. Simplicity. Or say, Oduwe Frigbawe, Anna Ebaye, or say, thank you for a message out there, Bano Pay. Eric Kwekubodi sensing this was Ghanaians voted for a change, and the result of the change are missing ECG containers, termination of appointment, destruction of all forest reserves by the NDC party members, sacking of top public officials without any justification, daily increasing of prices of goods and services. Reset mu promax regards to Adwene Kessben, John Boadu, Obatampaha Wakumsen, and Wafake, NPP UK chairman. Thank you. Patriotic voices made us say. I say the man don't tell the truth. He should stop lying to the Ghanaian people. There is nothing more to defend. He simply lied. Thank you. Also, since last year, Zoom Lion have not been paying us. Ask why they have been doing that for us, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. This is Ayamba. Also, tell Kojo Harrison, the NDC youth watching him, he should keep up with the good work he's doing for the party. God bless you and your team. Thank you. Mami Emma, citizen Atodazi, lawyer. Council Maakye pay.
Mejodo, Mr. Speaker.
I don't know.
I shop for one fan chair, and a yenuya Sefas Mensa or Warana pay. Na a no kukunkakanama.
Chairman of the occasion.
Ana pay Mamintia Munia Makati na senior government appointee Harrison.
Richard is a memo invitation.
Watch it. Na yetwe Makati ne dinso.
You call for invitation?
Say, oh yeah, into your patrol. yeah, Pacho. Mr. Speaker, you see, Mami Chair was. I'm not paying common either way. You see, there is some inconsistency here. I think the Minion MPP what the core position, and they are still suffering from that inconsistency. Mr. Speaker, and the Dana family, who the Reverend in Team for Joe, a black Mercedes Benz, what can you feel? Intimate friend, on marrying who the black Mercedes Benz no benefit in the Dano. Who was in the car?
Black Mercedes Benz.
Yes.
I free him call him.
Okosheni fie at 5:45.
Who say Reverend in Team for Joe?
Yes.
A black
Mercedes Benz.
Echo ni fie.
5:45.
You are the one alleging to my further particular.
What kind of inconsistency is this?
Proof to that effect.
Ah.
Me names a black Mercedes be called if you.
Me pede ono.
You are the one alleging on this platform.
Yes. Inti me pede ono obechayen. Who was in the car and what the car came to do in his house?
And you saw the car as at 5:45.
Exactly.
And right.
Exactly.
Now they only net.
Nansa musu me intelligence.
Huh?
Musu mo me intelligence. Inti say obana wambeka ni ye ya. Memman krofo. I'll give more details.
Exactly.
So you also have information as to who was in the car.
Oh yes.
But you will not give further and better particulars.
Oh yes.
Until say in Team for you better respond. Why do you want to do that?
Why don't I want to do that? Why don't I want to do that? You see the absurdity in some of these things. Since you announce a flight be BBC, I should just come and tell Ghanaians, this flight I suspect ABCD. And therefore, you should come. Since when did our laws tell us there? You should just come and put in something in the public domain.
Aside the non-allegation, I also want to make you a serious allegation. And maybe in Team for Joffrey, you would have to prove that. Because maybe who said black Mercedes be a codifier? I mean, I must put that on record.
I am willing to show that.
Say black Mercedes ni kofi ho.
5:45.
5:45. One more time.
Yes.
Exactly. And draw no pa.
One castle
PM. Me my do okoye. Mr. On be try ade okoye wo ho.
I see.
Car ne koye wo ho.
And you have the car, you have the number plate and everything.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, oduwa yanso ye be kire. Oduwa yanso ye be kire.
Na say car ni ono ane car na the driver dey ready for.
He should come and tell us. He should come and tell us. That's all. Something kind of wakwe bibi. Listen there. On match now. And if he fails to do that, we will bring out more details.
Then give the details now.
How's he giving his?
Mr. Speaker. You see, the point I'm driving at.
No, but you are not being fair to the audience.
Who? Which audience?
You are not being fair to them.
In which way?
Kessben.
Why would you make allegations without substantiating it?
Hey,
you are a lawyer.
Mr. Speaker.
We are a lawyer.
Mr. Speaker.
He who alleges must prove.
Mr. Speaker.
The burden of proof is on you.
Exactly. Thank you for that education.
Yes.
That per our laws, he who alleges
must prove
beyond reasonable doubt.
The evidence rule is on you.
Not just must prove, but must prove beyond reasonable doubt. And a member of parliament publicly, when he knows that what he's doing brings the name of Ghana into disrepute, the sovereign country that he serves, he knows that it has implications on the integrity of the country and our ports.
Kessben.
Or you are aware, but decided to go on this expedition. The Mamin
and you also but you are a lawyer, and you know what the law is.
Mr. Speaker.
But he is not a lawyer, but citizen is a lawyer. I just want to put that emphasis. So we are lawyers.
Mr. Speaker,
you know some of this.
Listen there, I know what I'm Mijina do. What's the do? Be so about to be able to do. Me him da Mijina do. I want to use the same measuring can for him. Sabi imbra is imbra. Inti susuzina honor use no let's use that same measuring can for this purpose. And that's why,
and I hope so.
That's why I did not make these allegations about somebody else, but the same person who is using the same thing.
And I'm saying that I just hope that this one too will not be an empty allegation.
Oh, let's wait and see. So now you are saying that Intim for Johnny allegation was an empty one.
I didn't say that.
What you said. Listen, you hope that this one too will not be an empty. Which one was an empty? Okay, which one was an empty allegation? Which one?
There's been several empty
like one
in this country.
Give me one.
Mint me my example, but I'm just saying.
And the PI chairman of my word.
As a
lawyer, there has been many. Give me one out of the papa. You know, Mr. Speaker, I think that we need to be serious in this country as a people. I think some of these things, you know, I am maybe someone there. Sebi, ne purpose or ye no more. No, one more man no ye safeguard ye who another. What was his purpose? What was his intent? Do ye ni na no has exposed certain intent. Yen kebingum, yen vingo manu fi. Me, I would always say I would maintain to be a Ghanaian first before a GCPP General Secretary. My interest is about Ghana. My consistency has always been there. Because in the past I said it, and when you go back, you realize how I defended certain things. If it's about Ghana, I will always defend it. Why would you want to do this? And I don't know why people are comparing with Okujato Ablakwa and whatever he did. Okujato Ablakwa talked about a presidential jet the president was using. What was the response of the president? They told us on fire because our national security, one moment even the cost of how much it costs for the presidential travels. But what did this president do? He said there, well, allegations have been made. Massa, go to work with those allegations, meet the person. Let's look at engineer or evidence.
But there's a president that they travel and two different things there.
No. I'm saying that when allegations are made, what is the response? How do you respond? One person says, I wouldn't mind you. Go on a spree into Oje Okujato, Uncle Kungum. Did they ever invite Okujato to say that who evidence highway versus what we have is not the same? Did you even hear once? Yet they are saying it was propaganda. How could you have dealt with such a propaganda by a member of parliament? Member of parliament, a Kasem Gunfi, you don't invite that person there. Who evidence per what we have? This is it. In Tinkochina Akade, a member of parliament, your friend evidence or the ben with what we had, it was neither here nor there. You chose to allow him to do all the work that he was doing. Obviously, no. I'm a approaching there. When you make an allegation, I think we should go into details. Into now let's see how we can all deal with this issue. Let's say, hey, Munko. It is like an attack. How is this an attack? I'm the speaker where I can't there. Sabi owa bokwe edunu. No aye de ede jinadra inya yinta ribodem kwedu ne deba. That's what we should have done. And yedama, your credibility is intact. See, his credibility is as hatterized more than the city. The credibility, I hatterized. And is him Makati no can't be about Reverend Team for and it's true. Last Tuesday, Wednesday, I said it somewhere. Though unfortunately, he's carving a strange niche for himself. If you watch him on even panel shows and how he's been conducting himself, he always have a straight face, but he will say things that he cannot even defend. I but you see, I won't impugn his integrity. He is doing that himself. And Yara or Osayara. Ni no Sayara. But says ye dogana. Na edwin Ghana wa. Ye ka sama yen gyina do pa. Yen fam no kwa. Na even deal with the issues as it is.
Okay.
And the manner he chose, no member some no year worse. This thing he could have used different mediums as he so says than organizing a press conference when you make a press conference and you say somebody should rather come and respond and tell us where Ahmed. I mean, say Ahmed baby. You connect it only with ABCD in terms of allegations of cocaine. Really, if I had no bubble dream, no, Chad, I said, I be that. Mr. Speaker, I be that. Even though be a BB to the man, it looks familiar to you, and you might assume that is the same thing the person did. Even though be fintokrom rubana fintokrom da.
But that's it. My main kind messages ni na yen to us me ba mo so na ya share the ECG missing containers in the home sense. Now this one is asking us, good morning Mr. Speaker. Ask citizen ato now General Secretary of GCPP for me, did his party contest in last year's election? Yes, they contested in last year's election. They were part of it. Minim say when you answer, baby say ahin wo munya ono abeka figures natural. The omunya GCPP for the omunya no abeka figures natural. General Secretary.
General Secretary.
You've been General Secretary for a very long time.
That cannot be now.
For how many years?
Now General Secretary. What do you mean?
I became appointed General Secretary in 2013 when our General Secretary died.
Appointed?
And then I became a substantive General Secretary in 2015 in Kumasi at our Congress.
Oh, from 2015 till now?
Yes, 10 years.
And where did General Secretary?
10 years.
I see.
10 years. Inti Muniano.
Another that they won't file party in your power. Now the General Secretary 10 years now in your power. There says it too.
Oh, there be. It's not the case. Mr. Speaker, you see.
Yes.
Recently, the Constitutional Review Committee matters, and me pedo biya ye dem study DC. You see, let's go beyond Ghana, in the US, in other democracies, and then let's study about political parties that we call so-called smaller political parties and their effect. In fact, it is only GCPP. Na ya mama, yan policies will affect every political party in Ghana. Now, every political party is preaching domestication. When we started talking about it, people were running away. Today, every political party spoke about domestication into the elections. And they all mentioned the name of Danlati. Even Sida, even Canada, Japan, when he was going for primaries, was mentioning Danlati. That is how we've infected Ghana with our policies. Okay. Smaller political parties cannot always win power. But then they are able to change policy. And that is what GCPP has done.
Okay. Speaker, good morning. My name is Bombastic. Why are you always bringing two NDC panelists against one NPP? It's not always the case. Why the NPP were her? I say, good morning, Speaker. I don't understand why the president has ordered the security agencies to do an investigation into the matter, whilst government spokesperson has debunked the claim. My question is, what will be the outcome for the investigation? Dauda, sensing that one from Dunkwa Onofin. Dauda, I seem to agree with you. The Kwachi Fosua Ken, is that the end of the investigation at President Somunyanana? I seem to agree with you. We say watching you live from Akrokere, from Junior Tiero, what the way at the about say the whole Ghana Akrokere. Thank you for a message, Junior Tiero. Zach Ewo Edra. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I think since yesterday when the budget was presented, NPP okay. Zach was it. Edra was it. Intim is playing politics with the country's integrity, simplicity, and that is what it means. Okay, thank you for a message. Okay, good morning, Speaker. My name is Simon from Upper West region inside DBI, capital of Isa. My regards to the NDC man in your studio. The leadership of the NPP is making us angry, and they are still telling us that they have the credible persons to lead their party. Indeed, it cannot be so. God bless you and your team. Thank you for a message. Waste Speaker, please ask the NDC man how many ministers has their government appointed, because they promised to rule the country with 60 ministers. Okay, maybe Sir Harrison Beyiwano. Please, Speaker, tell that man in team it's not Ghana, but he was talking about Ghana, so they should talk about the matter raised by the honorable member of parliament and stop the propaganda. Black Benz, all the way at the Abba. Thank you. Speaker, good morning. Kindly update me about the missing ECG containers from a year Gafaru. You sent in that one from Dambai Zongo. Gafaru, thank you for a message. Dambai for Anope Yachia Bunyina. Ma Yamra those issues, no, so the containers and then the other related matters na yenin komo. Charles Makati ba Yamra also na mintio ewo containers no eso.
For rebuttal.
Me mau about 8 minutes.
Your viewers,
Kessben.
they are making allegations. Some have come at me personally. Omono media chomo. But no kwe woman say in team for job never disclose the content in the plane menu na buy no.
Oh, but he made an allegation saying cocaine,
350,000 worth of cocaine now a year. I think from the western region, the central region.
And also say the government must update.
It has nothing to do with the plane now. And then was some now can. And I see Kana walk and gold back and no more coachy ya more recordable to the condemn that. Do you get it? You got now be besides you. Felix response does it bring a closure to the investigation? And from where I stand,
but it seems more conclusive.
It is not. I see it as an antidote to Intim for just propaganda. What I say, while the security agencies will continue to do their investigations. In any case, Intim for just now serving notice. Say, obey use parliamentary tools. Screwdrivers, any pliers, any hammers, and they are seeking for answers. So it is not conclusive. To containers in Iran, almost see Iran. I said it last week, and I'll repeat it again. Container intimate in Fihabo. And now that's not my buffo was through. Yes, sir. And you name the better form. Na man fati ase. Bill of lading way. Bill of lading is not able to have the container beyond the number. Yes, Anette. And he said, we are minister. Now, in the handing over, we have 3,000 containers and a carport. Yes, sir. Who the can call parliament or catch a parliament to say, Mr. Speaker, I visited when we won power, I visited Habo. I saw 3,000 containers tagged there. Sadio Kanwi, and different from a nano de Obekaye.
A minister can say, okay, parliament.
Made it to me Facebook. The 2 videos are on my Facebook. The 2 videos. We post the 2 videos. Said, Mr. Speaker, you see, House of Records. You go to Parliament and tell the whole Parliament to say, who called Habo? You saw 3,000 containers stuck there. Later, your engagement with the media suggests a 2,500 containers.
And a newo.
And about Parliament, I be cancer. Now, one say, when this minister, John Jinapo, was commissioning a committee to go and look into the subject matter, Speaker,
yes,
according to the committee, now report to Mudia Bano, they were asked to go and look for 2,500 containers and not 3,000.
And you were from the figure 3,000.
Or no, my said 3,000 was contained in the handing over note during the transition. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you did 3,000 job. Now what are you looking for? You look for 3,000. Mm-hmm. You don't go and look for 2,500. Are you getting my frustration? Any my buffwa when it comes to the way the minister is handling this issue? Also transition amount 3,000. You see 3,000.
And I will be confirmed.
Parliament ko catch speaker ne parliamentarians do. Who 3,000. Later, at least about 2,005. Oh, share containers. You are going to look for 3,000 containers or more share handing over notes. And that transition your board money. That is why you should be looking for. You should be looking for 3,000 containers and not 2,500.
But rather the committee one kasa would say terms of reference. You say 2,500 containers instead of 3,000.
Yes, already know we are short by 500 containers.
It's not for him.
And then I can say we but obi friend me say na me wo high. What I say? We say bonuma. Chinutan what trying to ma correct one.
Obe minister na choma.
How am say? We are lazy jobs amenya ode. Siga, ma catch will say container entimi jira mfi habo.
Kessben.
Now what container jira habo no port enti sika efiga na mine ho meboa enti se wodi niam bana container na ya clear niam na container ni habo wa enya habo for na kwaju container fi meboa you go to habo and go and demand your containers in all these things minister poor habo din da o minister can ECG for asem wa kwati China for how many days in you see 400 you ko 400 videos
you ko 40
must 40 containers
40
and 400
e wo Indians in China no
and 400
and 400 but so far we so more 200
you see speaker yeah the mate e wo habo ho no ye nim si ufa container na odi back Kessben ha omuyi niam anu dwie na watam container
yes
you don't leave the container
shipping lines in it.
Yeah. You don't leave the container here. And the Mr. So most of my kind 200 containers.
I don't know where.
Videos among whom I've not seen container. Me who 40 the 80 containers and go see 200 containers. My who company be almost say omo and a nanny ECG cables you know. Into bars. Any did you see container there? How did they arrive at those number of containers? Kwame no mutimu a container do those never. You see, in the report, you see containers did be quite see how no more be no more be and why you never be a few. And now we have not been told, sir, 3,000 containers, 2,500 containers, no, and your man a womb. No, your meters,
transformers,
no transformers,
and our cables,
a switch, then we don't know. All we keep hearing in our ears and they say, yes, containers.
And the big Mahama has said, sir. GRA for Nankasa so auction be.
That is the issue. Mete Dubi ka castle. In all these things, Obian friend. Even though I'm born the report mono, he has not been invited. Committee na nji ambisane. But Minister Maakye says committee na what no. It was led by a professor of procurement. The professor of procurement here is for Zumbia and so. Do you get it?
Now we see for mama.
You see, now me see for no. Now mon can create jafo. So containers, see letters be about one who letters. National security for
706. Yeah.
There was one as a minister and Sasha.
Yeah.
Those containers, are they accounting all those containers
as part of the missing ones,
or they are part of Nyomohu? Means the minister is being lazy.
Jinapua is being lazy.
Yes, about this container, so-called missing container. Speaker, so what you are there with Temahaba, untimi can't tell me the container back mienu mensa 1,000. Ayira, efahira. How will it get missing? Abra ukra wo nema wo kwa akodi na system a obe fam security national security for who NI before a man for just say tracking systems and what have you. Now containers must that.
Okay.
They know where the containers are.
Minister Ninim.
Omunim. So onima can how will you be looking for something abra nipa na omo kra nema no won't feel omo ye. Omo kra nema no da so ho. Omu ye. Habo na waji nema na ye tua sika ma habo no. The harbor is still in operation. What the minister succeeded in doing is that we're indicting the whole harbor system. He's telling you, say, Ghana's harbor is not a safe place. I bet me do never be for. And that about 1,000 plus containers can get missing and nobody could trace it.
At the same port.
At the same port. What it means is that Burkina for Mudium Monema Faha. Niger for Mudium Monema Faha. Oh, Bomu. Udie who ne show mu
omunyina azobia meka as in the container
I say a show mu say oh na ya harbor no kra it is not a safe place. Their port no nya a safe place as so bet my business because never be see what etimi yira. It's a reckless declaration by the minister. He did not do due diligence, he did not do consultation, he didn't engage, he didn't do anything. Oh, na muchimbola super container.
But I say, Mamemra Harrison. So Harrison, Mamintiona, young.
Mr. Speaker, what do you mean in charge from Maakye East constituency for a honor before? Mr. Safun Ketia, MC nominee, the race. Okay, one and a constituency secretary.
Okay.
And the president na say what power Mr. Safun Ketia say on MC and from Maakye East for na the adesrade to assemblyman for nanim say omuni eba no Mr. Safo ho embody mboa hade obon ho body say ba no party ndwuma mu na wasum Ghana so as obi a no we adwuma ewo Ghana Education Service enti yebepa assemblyman nacho say o mema 100% confirmation na watimi ayi na kuma mu aboy dwuma e dia Maakye East for na sebe yenimzi eden a yetu aba no wi a Mr. Safo be mo ne wosi obi anya ba se enen wo pressure MCB nominee bi no ko yisi ka kese bi ma ona se owie no ko tena ka so a no be na development achia na ene eko. And we need to develop that positive attitude towards the confirmation of our MCs. Now, your constituencies, development, your main priority than our personal selves. Mr. Speaker,
on the containers.
On the containers issue, when you say questions are maybe Makati Ebisano, very, very relevant. Ubi away Ghana ni bia 10 semen the way and semen koba left right center back front na the idea nyina obi a sebi way Ghana ni bia wo ho kwan say obebisa questions na mebra Makati ebisa but I think say cancer ansem yin so na we need to also be charitable with the minister a little bit. And also, yabebo na baso.
Obebo minister.
Yabebo na baso. At least for bringing it to public notice. See what they are to be drama. And na ye nyina yanya ho aseme den. yanya ho asem eka at least ebia there may be inconsistencies in the figures na or man but at least what they abetu bedwama ya ho si o sanka asem we kra de o ka won he na ho ya giadi
na minister we briefing from agencies every day inconsistency free infa
na make say anka normally when kra na begia de si container baako container baako etimi yira report who will even believe that story ogo chire mu sen say container anya container say anya pen ana say book ana bottle water ana say adekitu ana pane a wo de be show botomo e de free ha ko obi ehun say wo de container iku no see you make say container ayira no which means the issue is really critical and there may be inconsistencies in the figures but I think say till now no we was say yebon abaso na yen say the way award abeto public notice na list ade a commendable I was say yebon abaso ne yen share den see next time no most things no be consistent in his figures na ebia yam bisa no questions bia and was see bisa no na
reason questions in there all the buy baby sell because one na we one
na Mr. Speaker as my best make say
the point is yes, that minister who brief you or minor on what is happening okay with your sector. I mean, you maybe sell one after say you couldn't have made certain mistakes. I mean, it put to question due diligence.
Exactly.
Minister,
exactly.
This whole issue.
But don't forget, even due diligence, we could also make little mistake in the process of due diligence. And also, we are humans. You can't do away with that fact. In a way, say, Minister, your man handing over note. Mr. Speaker, of your note.
Yes.
Of your note, a little over 3,000 containers. But the mechanic what you say. Na ebia wanya ho oda hu bunu ketemu koport eno ko gina ho no si containers gina ho Mr. Speaker de beka no so ati ase ida se wa kan ana wan kan minim ida se wa yi nsa kan na baako 3,000 minim because bibia eba port bia won a bill of lading na se be obi a wode send bia de ba and also cry na hwede clearance. See minister now after looking into the handing over note who say handing over note na dey man container na wo ho no a little over 3,000. See we ko gina ho akan na na se wanka e bia wa ko no wa ko see containers gina ho. And no so e dey to say 3,000 containers na dey e gina ho.
Ba on kan ya onye auditor how do you ascertain say
and oko and okan say
you were giving parliament a report
okan say it was clear and I make I say we are humans and even in the process of the due diligence we can make mistakes in a way say Mr. Speaker okan say the ben handing over note no the man no we kura me nyantie no but judging from what me bra penny makati kind was handing over note no the man no a little over 3,000 but no so call ho no who containers wo ho Mr. Speaker the make another what who containers wo ho. So what I'm just trying to build our hand say even in the process of due diligence they can still be mistake. Mr. Speaker the make another what
not when it is repeated twice and
oh that it was repeated once. I said they handed over was it they handed over 3,000 or a little over 3,000
no but you are telling the country
these are many.
You are telling the country say 3,000. Meanwhile, the working reference of committee
now was set here. No?
You said they should go and investigate 2,500. Yet the impression and the assertions are that 3,000 and a young baby.
The fact of the matter, I say, as we speak, me in person, I've not yet gotten the committee reporter, Maakye.
Okay.
And the best thing is say maybe after here, no, I will make time. Go through the committee report and see maybe a committee na ya find this I could do any ebia recommendations are committee na ama enti minim say 2,500 na committee na kaya na Brahma Kati what kind report no yes o makọ no 2,500 no wo ho
committee is saying something different
no
muda 1,346
na chere say committee no so ka say 1,346 any new
talking about procurement.
Entity will say, I've seen recently, Dubik Mahama so and a media and also granted one-on-one interview. On also church and insemo because yes, a committee year of a year or more boy and more time now on our office and anything on also a granted interview. Eba media and maybe one-on-one. So I think we need to give some time, even though the thing is in public notice, Mr. Speaker. I was saying, Yaman America Krate will say the minister with the committee and what have been brought by the committee will get to a logical conclusion. Okay. Then we can know, say, this is what we are dealing with. This is the containers that are missing. And this is containers ahead. Okay. Mr. Speaker, and then I don't know whether we have also had so many allegations in the system. I've heard so many MPP communicators and Ebino Moka say container be anyara. Yes, container nintiminira, container anyara sa. And I think we need to also pay heed to them. We need to also understand why they will come out with those issues. They say container be anyara. Does it mean the minister is making a frivolous allegation and I say or throw dust into the eyes of Ghanaians and I say was set an agenda behind him. So anybody or be a sebe or can see container behind no. Fine, if you want baby containers in there, ECG for packet once you container nyera. I was say you turn some friend no better. On me tray baby a container na there. Why actually container na here. But Mr. Speaker, as I say, in the process of due diligence, we are humans. Mistakes can equally okay.
But I say Harrison Kojaban, my member citizen, my member so near wrap up in the uncle.
Amambu onyezu. Mama cho 1 second.
I the senior or training me. Engineer Kwame Appiah Kubi. O to fair bring or some chow. Man can't me phone fee have my
and that's the year point.
Okan in China market. Dr. Sribo Kweku of Electoral Commission. Honestly, loud and clear. And I realize the doc very true.
Yeah,
he's always
no, thank you. I don't we are grateful, sir. Why, Nyabin Sha. This is what we do.
This is boss back. Hey.
Oh, the okay, you know, come from a move.
I call you.
Go about together. When I am going to see what. This is so I am a person for the commission.
Yeah, go come back. Come back. Hey, yeah, go come back. Oh no. I say if you watching.
Oh my God, is so I know I careful.
Mr. Speaker, when you have come as a so
can you repeat your content?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
You see, Amambu on the phone. During President Nana time, Odu time bia, we could not give any chance for mistakes to happen.
Yeah.
Inti ama Ghana funye ready for mistakes. Some of this long talk. Kasana doso. Unfortunately, Minister na Yamadina for friend. He could have disposed of this thing long ago. But why untidy? The first thing the minister prepare no back in there. 3,000 containers. Yashema demorage actual. You see, that was he rushed to mention the word 3,000 in Parliament because I say Yamagum and demurrage actually one. So first, the issue was about the demurrage. The ECG clear containers, I ship containers. Man went to one claim demurrage action. That was the first thing he said. Then the next thing he came to talk about 2,500. After audit or verification. Then the next thing we heard about this 1,400 and something a while or 1,346 a while. Mr. Speaker, you see, that is the inconsistency. Here the man, what I didn't throw. Because it's as if you do not have the full facts.
That's not bad. The press conferences in the crowd also do.
Why should you be the one that's speaking too much? Jamo Binka Kasa so that so China Bibinya, you come and and put it on the right AE.
Are they corporate affairs person and ministry?
Because I don't know your kasani now, and sometimes as a minister, people will pitch you, against the people. Mr. Speaker,
corporate for your mochi. I'm going ministry and I won't pay you. The press conferences in the doors.
Mr. Speaker, you see, sometimes in a rush to look good in the people's eye, you get it wrong. What was the rush to come and say that 3,000 containers demurrage action when you had not even verified whether how many containers there are? War place, the rot is there, but they are taking time to take stock so that what by out now or kasa they are speaking based on facts and pay you can be about him for job. But you rush to come and tell us the marriage actually 3,000. Then now you are saying there you go checking 2005. It is what go checking 1,000. It national security aba. The ones who are fabi harder or I mean in that point. What is this? No. It's too messy. It's too messy, and we are saying it there. These are questions that the port and GRA can answer within seconds.
Okay.